Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. Now, I wanted to start off with an apology. I'm sorry I didn't have a video last week. It should have been a Planet Coaster 2 video, but unfortunately, my computer was having some issues. I ended up having to take it to Best Buy and have the Geek Squad work on it. They did phenomenal work, so I'm really happy about it, but they actually found that one of my fans for the computer actually had a blade that was three-quarters of the way broken through already, and every time that the computer would sort of get up to any type of speed, like playing Planet Coaster 2, it would start rattling, vibrating. It concerned me enough that I stopped playing games until I was able to get it checked out, and I'm glad I did, because yeah, that could have gone real bad for my computer, and it was not something I wanted to have happen. Now, additionally, you'll probably notice this looks different than the last time we were here in Summit Awesome. And the fact of the matter is, I've tried working with what I had a bit, and it is not working. It's not going to work, so the reality is, I felt like I had to restart, unfortunately, again, for this particular location. We're going to try it yet again. We're going to leave the pathing and such as it is here and hope to make a park that checks all the boxes that we need it to. That's going to be the goal. We're going to take our time with it, though, to try and ensure that we do things the right way. So, let's see here. Scenery rating is 0 right now. That's an issue on this particular one. And so we do have to worry about that to a point. We will possibly adjust that here at a point. How do I get out of this? There we go. All right. So first things first, let's get on here though. Let's adjust the price to start with. So we're going to have this be dynamic. Let's start it at $1 as the minimum, and we'll have it as the top price being, let's go 50 bucks. We won't get up to 50 probably, but that way we've got it where it does vary based on the interest of the guests. And that way we should have decent amount of income coming into it and have people still willing to ride it. Because the price, I believe, should sort of balance out whether or not people are interested in it. Now, since we are starting over again, we got to start at the very beginning. We have to set up 4 flat rides. Now, this time, I've decided I'm going to take a little bit of a different tactic. We're going to go with already themed rides. So, with that in mind, let's see what themes we have here. Let's see. So we got scenery theme here. Oh yeah, also another thing I do want to put in very early on is I do want to put over in this area, maybe I can put it into this building. That would be nice actually. Let's see here. Facilities. Yeah, I don't want one that's actually themed for this. Let's see about a workshop. Alright, now let's see if I can get the path to go from here down over to here. Alright, I'm going to need the staff path. I'm going to need, see if I can do a different style. No. Yeah, let's do a copy existing texture. Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, we'll just leave it then. That's fine. Alright, it looks a little bit ugly. Let me go ahead and undo and see about redoing. Let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. Not what I wanted exactly, but alright. Not sure why the music was stopping there, but alright. Let's see. Gonna have to redo this, I think. So let's go with it again. We're gonna add it to the building. Alright, now hopefully the pathing's where we want it. Let's just put that there because I just want to see where it's coming from. Nope, still set too low. Alright, gotta put it up a little bit higher. I am gonna make this work. I like the idea of this. It hides it. So hopefully... yeah, that should be decent there. It is pretty much unnoticeable. You got the little corners to it here, but I think those are going to be fine. So let's go ahead, put it in the path. Not quite high enough. All right. One more time. We'll get it this time, I hope. It's one of those things, it's not the end of the world one way or the other, but I really want it to be right. And it is something I do want early on because I want to be able to get the research for the other flat rides done, because I will need more flat rides in this park over time. And so I want them to be available to me when I need them. Perfect. Now it's at least at the right height. It's got a little bit of a wonkiness to it, but it works much better. I'm happy with that. We will go ahead and go with that. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and put we're going to hire a mechanic. We'll put him right there. And then, let's see. Staff schedule. Let's get his staff schedule. Advanced settings. Alright, that did not work. Let's go about it a different way here. Let's go over here. Let's go to attractions and shops, facilities, changing rooms, drying machine, staff building, mechanic workshop. Alright, we have assigned him. So now his staff schedule should be taking care of that. Apply all day. Perfect. Alright, so he will be doing the research there. That'll work. We'll get that research done as soon as we can. And it didn't take up any space then, which is exactly what I wanted. Alright, now with that in mind, let's go over here. We want to use our space as best as we can. So we've got this open space right here. I want themed rides. Oh, that's very cool. Alright, so we've got a Viking ride there. Viking. Aquatic. Mythology sort of works with Viking. Viking. mythology, aquatic, mythology, mythology. Alright, so we could do aquatic here if we wanted to, or mythology. So let's go with scenery themes, and let's go with the Viking and mythology for right now. Alright, we want a ride that's going to get a lot of guests on it in a hurry. Alright, I think we'll be able to fit it over there. Just need to get these trees out of the way. For right now, we're just going to move the trees. Trying to move the trees. Alright. Let's try it this way instead. There we go. We'll just move them over there. There we go. Alright, I'm wanting to make sure that we've got railings here on. Yeah, railings are on. I just want railings on that, but it's not wanting to work, so you know what? We'll just leave it for right now. That's fine. A little bit of a struggle right now, but we will get these things to work. Alright. So I think we're going to do sort of the, this area here. Yeah, we'll do the mythology area over on this side, and then we'll do the Viking area over there. That'll work out. Alright, so that works there. Let's go ahead and put in the path out of it right here. Whoop, wrong thing. Before I forget also, let me check over here. Do need to make sure facilities, mechanic workshop is working. Alright, good. Just want to make sure that. Would hate to have it where I've got it there, but it's just not even doing anything. Alright, so let's go here. We're going to go with this. We're going to go with copy existing texture. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this right into here. Yeah, I want to have some railings here just to make sure it's nice and safe. Alright, now we're going to need a queue line, and we're also going to need railings and everything on it. We will go with the queue path color. Alright, not wanting to do it for some reason. Copy existing. There we go. Alright, think that actually is working now. Hopefully it is. Oh, the joys of path building in this game are still what they were. In case you were wondering, they have not really fixed it. Yeah. Alright, you know what? To heck with that. We got rid of that path. Great. Let's just get rid of it all as a whole. Then we'll put it back in, hopefully where it actually wants to work this time. I will say it does get really frustrating at points on this game where it just, they want you to put all this stuff in this small area, but then they don't even allow you to put in pathways and stuff properly. Alright, hopefully that's enough room. Alright. Let's check over here first. Hey, alright. We got this path working. Perfect. That path now works. Not perfect, not exactly what I wanted, but it will work, and it's good enough. We'll keep this because I don't want to delete things this time. Trying to keep what they put in. There. Alright. That's there. Let's move this bush. We will change the colors on it slightly. All right. Looks good. Let's do dynamic. Again, we'll start with $1 on the one hand, and we'll put it up to 45 on the other hand. I don't think it's worth as much as the big coaster is, so we won't try to put it up as high. All right. Perfect. We got that one up and running. That one's up and running. So we got 2 rides in. We need 3 more flat rides. All right. I think I'm going to do a couple of food stands over here. And again, we're going to have this set to Viking and mythology. Perfect. Yeah, that one's a bit big, really. All right. We'll go with that. Oh, actually, this is more what I'm wanting. You know what? This should be in the Viking area, though. Let's turn off the scenery themes and let's just see what we got overall. I want a medium. Not sure why the town turned off there. A little bit frustrating. Alright, you know what? We're just going to have to go with something that's going to fit over in this area. Let's just go with the traditionals here. We're going to go with a chief beef. Want it to be as far back as I can, so that way I'm not really blocking up the pathway that much. I want them to be able to come over here and get their food this way. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Just something set up there. That way people can get some drinks, some food. Alright, come on. It's fighting me a little bit on getting rid of the numbers and stuff here. I don't know why. Like, it saw that I wanted to delete it because it moved it forwards. Alright, it's just being weird. Why is it saying Chief Beef now for that one? Alright, well, we'll just put it as Cosmic Cow. Alright. Yeah, we'll have it be bargain. That's fine. And bargain there as well. Perfect. We've got a trash can over there, so we're good enough. I could change the coloring and stuff, but I'm not really that concerned about it, so we'll just leave it that way. Let's see. Next flat ride. We got to synchronize in. Is that why? Did I get a Planet Coaster themed one? I didn't want. That's what's the matter with this one. Ah, well. I don't really feel like trying to delete it all. We'll just do a Planet Coaster theme over here instead. Even though I had it where there shouldn't have been a Planet Coaster. Oh, no. My mistake. Planet Coaster was still here at the bottom. Alright, so I've got another Planet Coaster ride available to me. What one is it? I don't even know what this is. Teacups. Good lord, that's a big teacups. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and move this plant. I don't know why plants like go up into the air like this. I have to say, I mean, I really loved the first Planet Coaster, and I really have to say, in all honesty, the glitches in the second one are just making it where I'm not having nearly as much fun with this one right now. I'm trying to enjoy it, I really am, but it's just rough. It really is. And I'm not going to lie to you guys about that. It's one that I always try to be honest about how I feel on a game and such. And I had high expectations for this game. I was looking forward to the game. And in all honesty, I'm pretty disappointed right now with the way the game is. I hope it gets better. I hope that the improvements they do will make it better. Because, yeah, as of right now, it's just rough. It really is. And if we're having this here, then I guess it fits well with the Planet Coaster theming right there. So you know what? All's well that ends well, I guess. Yeah, so we've rotated around. I want to move it still. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have it facing this way. Alright. Gonna have to have it up some. Ah, yes, because the terrain is not flat. Alright, let's go ahead and edit the terrain. Alright. Good enough there. Let's go back to this ride real fast. Can I reset? Just reset the colors? No, it doesn't look like I can. Hadn't realized I was doing the Planet Coaster theme. Should have realized it, but it's alright. We'll have a little bit of pink and mix with the blue, and then we'll have just this one being blue. Still intersecting terrain. It always does make me wonder on these kind of games that it's like, you got the game so right with the first one. All we really wanted was some additions to it. I mean, if you wanted to put in the water parks, great. No one really had asked for it that I saw too much, but I mean, we weren't upset about water parks. It was a cool thing. But how is it that, like, pathing that had worked so well before now doesn't? How is it that even though the terrain is completely flat, it doesn't want to put this down? You know? These are really the things for me that just, as it does take away from the game some. And that's sad. Alright, so that's the exit there for this one. Now let's put in the entrance. Queue. We're gonna go out this way. No, I don't want it to go out that far. As I said, I mean, could they just be nice to us and just give us back the pathing we had before? Because it worked fine. This new one doesn't. I would take the old pathing any day of the week over whatever this is supposed to be. Alright, yay, we got a path in there. As I said, it's one of those, I will honestly admit, I want to be able to play this game and just sort of binge play it, but I can't. I really can't. I just get so tired of it quickly, and in the end I end up having to set it aside for the week after one episode because I'm just over it at that point. And so instead I have to bring it up again the next week. I wish it wasn't the case, but things, like I said, I mean, a simple one is things like the pathing. It's just a simple thing that shouldn't be the nightmare that it is, but it is that nightmare. Alright, we've got power in the area. We can now open this one. We will again have it be dynamic. And we'll do $1 up to, let's go 40. Alright, we've got these rides set up. We'll get them opened. I'm gonna go with a just standard ride here, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can fit in this ride over here, because I think it'll fit. That'll work. Alright, now we need the queue line. $1 up to $35 on it. We'll open that one. And then let's go ahead and detail this one up some. Yeah, we're gonna go with the light gray here. And then for this, we're gonna go more with the, let's get the blue color off of this. Or off of this. That's a bit too light. There we go. We'll just go with the blue. You know what? We'll mix in a little bit of that. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Had a phone call real fast there. So I did notice while I was away that even though, I mean, like this one, I've got riders on it, but the price is still at $1. And you could say, oh, well, you know, the line is just forming because the ride just started. This one has a solid line, and it's still only priced at $1. I don't know if that's because the queue time right now is saying that it's still 0. I'm not sure. Hopefully it will adjust, because that would be a major issue if that's not going to work. Let's see here. I'm going to try to put in one more ride here. Let's just get these trees moved for right now. There we go. That did not work. Good enough there. Alright. Let's just put in the Ferris wheel right here. I mean, in theory, these should still be having the same amount of like the entertainment value from the other rides. So, should work out okay. Alright, you know what? I don't want the tree actually interfering with the ride. So we're going to do it right there. Paths cannot cross. What are you even talking about? Oh, I'm on the path. I see. Alright, that was my bad. That wasn't the game's fault. Alright, now I'm not on the path. Okay, I guess it has a bigger footprint than it was really showing. So that's fair. I'm not really upset about that. The entrance we're going to put over here. The exit we're going to put right over here. Let's go ahead and get the exit taken care of first. Just simple little thing like that. Perfect. We can use this space for some more food or something probably. We've got a bathroom over there, but you know what we could use is another drying station here, just in case we need it, and we could put in an information booth as well. Alright, so we'll do both of those things. Let's go to there. Perfect. Alright, that one's set up. Queue is taken care of. The big wheel, again, we will put dynamic pricing. We'll put $1 at the start for it. And we'll go up to 30. There we go. As usual for this game, I know it's a long episode, but as I said, I'm not even going to say that this is abnormal. It's pretty much the par for the course for this game, especially when you get into all the little issues that go on with it and stuff. It just seems to happen. So, it is what it is. I apologize, but I won't say it's not going to happen again, because that would make me a liar, and I'd rather not be a liar. Alright. Let's put in some silver, or some light gray in here too. Yeah, just a few of the areas. Yeah, let's go light gray here as well. We're sort of blending all three colors together. Yeah, there we go. That works for me. All right. It's opened. Perfect. We got our first challenge done. Now we're going to have to build a new coaster, and we're going to build that coaster over here in the next episode. For that, though, as I said, I do have this space here, and I want to put in a few facilities. Let's go ahead and do the facilities. I want to do an information booth. You know what? I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do it. Let's just do one over here. And then we can go ahead and edit it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Done with that. Now let's go ahead and pick it up. And we can go ahead and move it over here where we want it. All right, let's see what items we're going to sell in here. So we're going to sell sunscreen. We're going to sell umbrellas. That's one of the biggest reasons I want this. We're not going to sell a priority pass because I don't really feel like doing priority passes, and we're not going to sell a pool pass at least for now. We might do it later, but not for now. But we do want some umbrellas in here. Whoop. And I had the umbrellas and I took them off. All right. All right. Sync across the shops. There we go. Good to go on it. I do know there's one, if I'm not mistaken, that's right by the front gates as well. Let's check just to make sure. Oh, actually, it's a Chief Beef that we got over here. Well, shoot, I shouldn't have put a Chief Beef over on the other part then. We got a Gulpy, and there we go. We do have one there. So, all right, we've got the different shops. We've got some food going on. We've got some drinks going on. All that's all good. Let's see here. Facilities-wise, changing rooms, bathroom, body dryer. All right. Again, we're going to take this over here and edit it. Get rid of these things. Don't need those. You know what? For this one, we're not even going to have those on it. There we go. Let's get with this. We're going to put this as that color. Perfect. Yeah, we'll go with that blue instead. Actually, all right. Yeah, I don't want it cutting into the path that way. You know what, though? There we go. Alright. That's where it needs to go. How do I get out of this? There we go. Perfect. Alright, we got that in place. We got that in place. Let me go over here. I do want to edit this real fast. Let's do this first part of the frame as that blue. Actually, no, not that part of the frame. I want the top to be that blue. There we go. Alright. So, everything is up and running. It's not exactly perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm pleased with it. And that's the carriage area. There we go. That'll work out nicely. So yeah, we've got all the rides here open. We should be getting riders on most of them, hopefully fairly quickly. And then in the next episode, we will go ahead and work on the monorail isn't complete. Yeah, we know that already. Yes, think teacups is cheap. Perfect. Yes, think synchronized is cheap. Perfect. Yeah, hopefully they won't stay cheap for long. As I said, hopefully we'll start getting the price to be where it's supposed to be at. Sort of curious to see what happens once the queue goes through once. But in the next episode, as I said, we're going to go ahead and put a coaster over in this area here to fulfill the next challenge. We have to have the biggest drop there. So we're going to do that all in this area. Take up as much room as we need to with it. Then we'll have this area to do a Wild Mouse coaster like we did before because that worked well. I liked having that there. So that will be the plan for that. So we'll see you in the next episode, and that's going to be the goal. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully it all works out quite well. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Planet Coaster 2.